Welcome to the Issue Crew. It's the show where we all have issues, both with our lives and with each other. You know it, you love it. It's the best show. People are saying it's the best show.
Already ruined. You fucked up.
Folks, thank you for listening to the
say,
show.
Riley, this is the best show.
This is
you've
the
ever
best
seen
podcast.
in the whole country, perhaps the world.
I know I was just on Joe Rogan, but the Issue Crew, great show. One of the best shows. I'm Riley, of course, joined by a wacky cast of characters as usual. Kang!
Wow, I'm finally the first one to be called up. Nice. Hey, what's up,
Not used to
guys?
having Kang around this much. We need a third hurricane to really stomp this out. Captain
It's
Blackbread.
stopping you two out, asshole!
Hasn't stopped me for nearly as long as it stopped you. Hi, Captain Blackbread.
Yeah, hurricane hitting you is just a skill issue. You should just move out of the way.
True. Yeah, just get the fuck out of there, idiot. Come on. And Warficus.
Hi, I'm Warficus.
You better remember it, folks. And the special guest this evening, we got a brand new guest, first time appearance on the show. I met him randomly during a Demigloom live stream and invited him to be here. It's Arcane, folks.
Hello. Divorce, am I right?
So
I don't want to find out. Yeah,
No,
sorry, this
Riley,
happens sometimes.
I was waiting for it. I was fucking waiting for it. There was like, you know what? Someone's got to bring it up. Am I going to be the one motherfucker over here? Just Jesus H Christ.
I cannot
shout out
be
to Pro
controlled.
Royalty, folks. They'll be on this show again someday, probably, maybe. But today, folks, there was a show, as there is every week, without fail. We've never failed once to bring you a show.
There was a show every week. We never failed, not once. We always did the show.
We did a show?
Come hell or high
We did a
water.
show.
So there's a guy. I don't know if you guys have heard the YouTube channel Election Time. The guy who's doing like all the election maps. There's a
So we
guy.
can see which ones are being rigged and which ones aren't. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, he does like election predictions, and he has a Discord server. And in that server, I joined it recently. There's this guy who does a perfect Trump and Joe Biden impression. And he'll like
I can do
join
Joe
a
Biden.
call
Hold
in
on.
character.
Where am I? I don't remember.
You just sound like
Kamala.
a retarded autistic Donald Trump.
Kamala, bring me my diaper, Kamala.
It is
Need
time.
Oh, you think Joe Biden can change himself, huh?
It is time. You must change me, Kamala.
Come on, man. Change my diaper. What are you doing? Come on.
Come on, man.
Joke.
You think
It's
it's gonna
me.
be? Do you think it's gonna be your leaving for Kamala to get the fucking senile old man out of the White House and get that chair to herself?
I
Just
don't
think
think so at all, honestly. I think
there has to have been at least once Kamala Harris has like had to like touch Joe Biden after he shit himself.
I'm just waiting. Can you imagine what it's going to be like if we ever get a fucking female fucking president and they're on Shark Week? We are fucked.
Is
She
Kamala
launches
Harris-
all the fucking
can you imagine
nukes.
having to deal
Holy
with the
shit.
Middle East? Can you imagine Kamala having to deal with the Middle East and dealing with like Afghan and like fucking Taliban and shit? Like,
I've never heard
Dealing with the Middle
Ah,
East,
fuck.
Afghanistan, the Taliban, Iraqistan.
Iraqistan.
See, the only problem is I've never heard. God damn it! I can't fucking say.
She's-
I've
she's gonna
never
have to deal
heard
with
of
turkey
these
with
breeds of
chicken.
dogs. Shit.
Shut the fuck up.
she's gonna
I
have to deal with
couldn't- God damn
turkey,
it.
chicken, ostrich,
Dude.
flamingo.
When if she
uh,
goes in
we're happy to
office,
announce
we
our-
are fucked.
We're happy to announce our new president, Tim Walz, and Vice President Kamala Harris. Oh wait, did I get that in reverse? Shit. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know if either of them
Can
are
we actually-
really up to the
Can we
task.
actually just do it that way? It'll be a lot easier with the Middle East and stuff. Like we could just the Tim Walz is the president now.
fucking
All I'm saying is-
Vice president.
Did you ever see that video of the reporter? She was talking to like Taliban people, like asking if like they were going to start allowing women in like to like vote or like to have certain rights, and like the Taliban guys just started laughing and then told them to cut the camera. shit is crazy.
That's pretty funny. Nobody won, by the way, so it's time for a tiebreaker. We can give it to the guest or Warficus because he wasn't here last week.
What? I wasn't here last week.
You were not. Yeah, we tried to get a hold of you and we couldn't get you, and you weren't there.
I was asleep. Went to
Damn,
bed.
I feel that. I almost went to bed today. I was in bed for like a half hour before the podcast, and I was like, if I just close my eyes, what bad is really gonna happen? Like a couple people are gonna be confused. There'll be a brief Discord call that ends awkwardly. Well, who really will be affected if I do this? But I decided to get up and pep myself up and do another rousing episode of the Issue Crew for the audience at home.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, I nap before the Issue Crew all the time. Did today, got to go home early because we had a windstorm and it knocked out the fucking power. So now tomorrow morning,
Shit.
my machine is just stuck inside of material right now. And I get to
Shit,
just very
son.
carefully and slowly pull it out.
Damn.
And of course,
Yep,
I
we're
have
just-
some special news. I just filled out a job application, so I'm waiting to see if I get hired or not, which is a bit of a
A
thing.
job application? I'm so proud of you.
I know, right? I'm gonna start making money.
I do that shit all the time, right? I mean, I have a job, but I'm looking to move up and start making more money. But the problem is, there's so many fake job applications out there that you might just be filling one out for no fucking reason. They'll never get back to you. Or God forbid you say that you are white and straight and male, because then they will just disregard you entirely because, well, a fun little thing called DEI.
Wow.
Yeah, well, let's just put
Damn.
it this way. It's either that or I go on fucking trying to find another job,
Trying to find another job.com.
It's a great website.
I
It was
need
a good
employment,
advertisement. How much did they pay you for
please.com.
it?
Please
Trying
give me
to
a
find
job.
my will to
Please, I need a job
live.com.
so bad.com.
Please, I need to eat. Please, please,
Trying-
please,
.net.
please, please, please,
Trying
please,
to
dot,
find
please,
my
dot
will
com.
to live.com.
That just takes you to Dick Masterson's shirt.
Oh,
That
true.
last one.
Somebody's gonna buy that shirt someday, and there's gonna be a federal government investigation.
So I sent a DM to Catgirl and she never responded. So what does that mean?
Uh,
I
that
mean,
Riz,
means
Cat
I'm the
Girl doesn't wanna
ugliest
fuck you.
prick.
you got no Riz.
Wow. I didn't want to fuck her either, but the point is
Negative
I wanted to have her on my
2000
show to
aura.
ruin it on purpose.
That would have been very entertaining if you got Catgirl on the Big Black Prettier cast.
Well, I wanted her to just talk about herself and just keep spewing lies while I'm just sitting there like, yep, this is legit. There's nothing, contradicting that you're saying here at all.
It would be a free episode. Literally, all you'd have to do was just be in the call. You wouldn't have
I
to
just
say
sit-
anything. She would just
sit
go off
and listen
for like
to
hours.
Catgirl. Yeah,
Yeah.
sit and listen to Catgirl for like 2 hours.
Just kind of
straight.
like keep her in your ear at a low volume, maybe like a 5% volume and one earbud in your ear, and you just like go about your daily goings on, and you just let her go, and then
Just once in a-
occasionally you tune back in, and
Oh,
you go
yeah.
like, yeah, so
Yeah,
what
yeah.
about this time that this happened, and then another hour will go by, and then the show will be over.
And I think the problem is nobody listens to my DMs because I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter, but I do on YouTube. So like people will listen to my YouTube comments and be like, "Oh hell yeah!" Because by the way, Mishkaz, I don't know if you guys know who that guy is, but he's interested in doing an episode of my show, and I got his attention on YouTube, but I couldn't get his attention on Twitter. I only have 8 fucking followers on Twitter. How do I change this? What do I gotta do?
Just remind I'm getting sick. I'm immediately sick of you getting cool people on the Big Black Radio cast. This is really reminding me of when middle school GSA first started, and Demigloom started booking guests for that. And I was like, man, I wish you were half as invested as booking guests into the Issue Crew as you are now to this new show that you've started.
Well, I mean, we got Crimsol,
True,
rather.
we did. You
if I
did get us
pronounce it.
Crim. That's true. You got us a real hero. That was a great episode.
G.I. Joe, a real American hero.
Ram.
So anyway, this is a reminder to any listeners, for the love of fuck, please follow my Twitter account. That's Bloodhound710_.
Maybe just change it.
Don't
Maybe
follow him.
consider changing it to Captain
can't-
Blackbread just
I
for
don't think I
brand
can change
synergy.
it.
You can change your @
I think it tells me I need premium to do that shit.
Well, then get premium.
I'll get premium for 1 month and then immediately cancel the renewal.
Yeah. It's worth it to have premium. There's some good features there.
I guess that's true. Yeah, like editing a fucking
No,
tweet.
I would never pay for fucking Twitter Premium, but I would do it for 1 month in order to change my @name.
Yeah, right. Imagine hiding, changing your fucking tweet to edit it behind a goddamn paywall. Imagine that.
What is
Yeah,
it with
Twitter
what is it
Premium.
with social media platforms starting premium subscriptions with their name and then a color and then changing it less than a year later to something premium? If I had a nickel for every time this happened, you wouldn't believe it, but I would have 2 nickels. But that isn't a lot.
The same
It's weird
reason
that it
why
happened twice.
The same reason why Mr. Krabs built a second Krusty Krab right next to the old one.
Money.
Well, that's why the services exist. But what was it about YouTube Red and Twitter Blue that didn't really grab the people that they had to be changed?
Well, it's when the ads became so fucking abhorrent.
Mm-hmm. You couldn't function on YouTube.
Demigloom just sent a message saying, "No fucking way you pulled Arcane." What does she mean by this?
I don't think they like
you
you in that
important?
server anymore.
Should I know who you are?
Yeah.
No, only if you're a
I
big
am a-
Demigloom fan.
I am you know what, never mind.
No, say it.
I am a racist, sexist, bigot, homophobe,
Hell yeah.
transphobe who hates the
Wow.
poor.
Red pilled.
You're scared of trans people?
They make me piss myself. I'm so
Damn.
scared.
Sometimes
That's not good.
Sometimes Demigloom
That's a service
shows
you
up
can
and
pay
he just,
for.
like,
That is,
screams.
you can
Demigloom
make some money
scares me.
here.
She's scary.
Well, if that's what floats your boat.
You know,
Demigloom is like a creepypasta to Arcane. She's such a scary figure. Like sometimes Demigloom will be there, and it's like, oh
It's
no.
What was that show Fear Factor? Where that lady was like scared of olives and they bought in the olives and the lady started like screaming her fucking
The one
head
hosted by
off.
Joe Rogan where they eat the bugs.
Was that no, it wasn't Fear Factor. It was something else.
That's Fear
It was-
Factor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forget what it was called, but it was like a exposure therapy where this lady was like afraid of olives and like
yeah,
they
he's just walking around.
hold on,
with
I'll find the
fucking-
clip and send it to you or put it in chat
Yeah.
or something.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's fucking funny.
I've heard of that. I've probably seen it.
But no, I was just some commenter who Demi and Riley had pulled into chat to have like a discussion about like what was it about like trans identity or something like that, about gender or something like that.
Yeah, some
Oh.
political shit. I was on a Demigloom Polita stream, and Arcane was making some arguments in the chat, and I was like, "Get this guy in here," and then we got him in there, and we had a nice conversation, and I decided to invite him to the issue crew, and it's been put off and rescheduled a time or two because that stream was a while back, but now he's here. Who voted? Who fucking rigged the polls while we were fucking chatting? Voted. One of you fuckers.
Wait, we rigged it? What?
Who rigged it? Who?
Who rigged the election? Where did the election fraud come from? Okay.
Stop the steal.
Stop the steal. Who's stealing?
Who got 81 million voters? Who was it?
They're eating.
What's
the
weird is
dogs.
the vote is for my issue, which I don't understand why somebody here would vote for my issue, but also why would somebody have voted?
What,
Are you
this one
fucking
supposed to
shitting
be
me?
a vote?
Between me saying
the
let's
polls
look
are
at the
closed.
polls, and then 5
Bring out
minutes
the
later,
olives.
No, the polls are closed now. No, what's the who's gonna vote? Who's gonna vote for my issue real quick?
Wait, what are
I
the
know,
issues?
we can let our- we can-
for issues.
to be fair, the show's usually out for 2 days. Now it's out for 1. It's plausible that somebody could have just voted. I think that maybe this counts.
Okay, well, Worf, did you vote yet?
What? No.
Okay, Arcane.
Hosts aren't
did you
allowed to
vote?
vote under any
I don't
circumstances.
know
unless
how.
asked to bring
How do
a
I
guy.
vote? Hold on.
Arcane, I don't think has ever seen this show ever.
Really?
The
Just
history of his
beautiful.
life.
Change the rules,
perfect.
but okay.
What do you
Well,
mean?
Warf
How
wasn't
did I
here. think
change
Warf's
the
allowed
rules?
to vote now.
Yeah, the rule was if you weren't on the episode, you can vote on it.
Is that a rule?
That was the rule.
I could have sworn I said that hosts couldn't vote at all, but maybe I'm stupid.
Really? Why are you gaslighting us again?
I'm
Where am I
not.
supposed to be going to vote for something?
I'm not gaslighting you. I'm just retarded. That quote should sum up my entire existence. I'm not gaslighting you. I'm just retarded.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
So what were the okay?
Oh,
we got
no.
Warf and we got Arcane and we got the one vote that appeared randomly in the middle of the night. I saw a truck driving there. It was probably just delivering food. But
Dumping ballots.
Somebody spilled some USB drives on the way out. It was,
oh man, who was it that said that should happen? Was that Vito?
That was Vito.
Okay.
Vito. That's a good bit. Folks, the largest issue this week, what could it be? The issues were,
There's an
if you
issue?
recall, there are several actually.
No way.
Back-to-back hurricanes, apolitical YouTubers being political, letting the fandom ruin it for you, and military simps. Those were our issues last week.
Man, those are nice.
And according to our totally legitimate voter, letting the fandom ruin it for you did win. But I suppose I'll let Arcane and Warficus weigh in.
I'm gonna be real. It does get really weird when an apolitical guy just starts fucking ranting.
I kind of like the don't let the fandom ruin it for you.
Yeah,
I
I
dig
guess I'll
that.
go with that. I'm not gonna make waves here.
Still win, boys. Let's go. Okay. Sorry, Captain Blackbread. I know you're seething and coping.
Actually, I'm trying to change my username, my Twitter handle right now. So I wasn't paying attention. I know I won, but it's okay.
Understandable.
Yeah, sorry. Better luck next time, guys.
Fuck off.
Folks, now we gotta talk about this week's issues.
Fuck
I'm gonna
off.
turn it to Warficus, who was not here last week to start us off.
All right. My issue is New Nonsense November. So
New
hear me out.
nonsense November.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So ever since
Yeah.
No Nut November took off, I don't know. This has been around forever, but I think it got real big like 3 or 4
People
years
still
ago.
follow No Nut November.
Dude, every November, it's all I fucking hear about.
Bro, I'm not even lying. This sounds like it's a bit, but literally every fucking year, I will wake up on November 1st, jerk off, and then be like, fuck!
Oh shit! I failed.
God damn it!
Yeah,
I
that's the worst
forgot
when you
about
do an
No
Nut
all-nighter and
November.
You don't see the
Listen,
days.
Every
turn.
year, every
My
year,
issue is
I'm
not
like,
No Nut
next
November.
year,
I
every
actually
year,
love it.
I'm like, next year I might do that, and then I
Listen.
jerk off on November 1st, and I'm like, God damn it, I forgot again.
Pink, you actually caught.
Listen,
We got
my
Pink
problem's
November
not
in
No
the
Nut
background.
November. My problem is that some people have used the popularity of No Nut November to make their own shit. For example, Non-Stop Nut November, because we're surrounded by Coomers. No Noise November.
No, that's Destroy Dick December. Come on.
Yeah,
Fucking
exactly.
Really?
And like you scroll down Twitter at any point in November now, and you just get these like fucking random ass bullshit. I don't know. That's my issue.
What else is going on in
irks me.
You're going
November?
on Twitter with No Nut November.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's it. That's all that happens in November is Thanksgiving. Okay, why are we playing
Ladies and
this?
gentlemen, welcome back to my favorite game show. Things that are like No Nut November. Everybody go.
Wait, what's the bit?
No News November.
Fred Fuckstone February.
Jimmy Warficus getting all the answers here, considering this is this terrible issue that befalls him.
No, I didn't have a lot of these. Came in half cocked.
There's
French
no
fry
shave November is a
February.
thing, I think.
Oh wait, it was No Shave. That's the one that fucking. So, can someone turn that off? It's blowing my eardrums out.
Just
It's so loud.
Okay, No Shave.
well, you can
November,
turn it
actually.
down.
No Shave November is what Corpos did when they saw No Nut November and they wanted to make it office friendly.
I thought it was No
Oh.
Shave November first.
I don't know. Let's be real, the Coomers won in my
Demigloom
mind.
is here, by the way.
The
Coomers
Housekeeping.
always
Hi,
win.
Demigloom.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I, to be
Welcome.
honest,
Fuck.
I, to be honest, believe that No Nut November is a retarded holiday, and you should, in fact, fire your knuckle children whenever you please.
Fuck you.
Oh,
You
just
dang.
left.
Wait, when did Demi get in here?
When
I
did
just
Demi get out of
missed it.
here?
I just
Who do you think
looked
played
over.
the? Who do you think
Kang,
played the
I don't know.
fucking
You
shit?
did it. You Demi's gone, and I think it's your fault.
Yeah, I think you did it actually. I think you needed
As
the
soon
merit
as
for
Kang
this.
started talking, Demi left.
Captain Blackbread, put that shit on your clipboard. Make sure you shake your head and go while you write it.
Well, I
don't
guess
know
I'll
if that
just go
sound
fuck
came
myself
through.
then.
Can I do
Yeah.
like a blood ritual where I sacrifice Kang's soul to bring Demigloom back to the call?
That's my half-assed issue because I was researching it as you fucking called me.
Okay, well, Warficus, the streak is over. You have to start planning your issues again. You
What?
failed to bullshit it this time.
I wasn't bullshitting. I thought about it. I get home from work and then I'm on the show.
All right, I'm
Fuck
gonna make
you.
a video right now, a YouTube short, to just try and get people to follow my fucking Twitter and see what happens. Because like your viewers never watch those videos. Almost, it's always new people. So let's see what happens.
You gotta make the most
Everybody,
like
follow my channel on
appealing.
Twitter. That would be C Blackbread. You can find me on Twitter or X or however you want to say it. But currently recording.
What did
an
what did
episode
somebody
of the
take?
issue
Captain
through
Blackbread?
right now. So follow, please. I need more followers. Nobody accepts me in the DMs because I only got 8 followers.
This
Yet
is
my
a weird
channel
bit.
has like 400 and some change.
Bro is
Please
down
follow me.
horrendous.
Okay, what?
He is hurting.
Come on, it's not fair. I got fucking 400 subscribers on my fucking channel, and then only 8 people on Twitter. Bullshit. Sucks.
Dude, no one uses Twitter anymore. It's all fucking bot spam.
Yeah,
No one
Twitter.
uses Twitter.
That's
No
not
one uses.
true. Shut the
Everybody,
fuck up.
everybody moved to what's that? What's the Instagram one? Threads.
No, but
Truth
Now
nobody
Social.
filled
moved
with
I
the
have
epicenter of brain rot.
Nobody
I
moved
have
to Blue Sky.
278 followers, and half of them are actually no. I'd say a good 80% of them are porn bots.
No one uses Twitter anymore. We use X.
Yeah.
Okay. I
the
guarantee
fuck
you,
up
Ellie
immediately.
Gushiken, with a clearly AI generated picture, is not a real person. Their only tweet is, "At first, I thought that this must have been some kind of mistake made in 2023. They follow me."
That sounds like the one tweet that a Warficus fan would make. I can
No.
see that being real.
No. They're
No, that
not.
is real.
There's just tons of fucking bots boosting engagement, and I don't know why. I think it's just conspiracy time. I think it's just to get you to message them and then scam you because they're porn bots.
Oh yeah. That's exactly the goal. Is to try and swindle you.
Trust
out
me,
of
that I
money.
just gained another follower. Hang on, I am sitting on how many followers now? I am on 188 followers.
Wow.
There was
Yeah.
a long time. There was a
Okay,
long time where it was
Kang
like a
has
predictable
188
event.
followers. Sorry, Riley, I totally interrupted you out of a fit of rage.
It's okay. I know Kang having more Twitter followers than you could be a tough pill to swallow. But you
And
know,
I barely post on here.
I forgot what I said. So it's over. So Cat the Blackbread destroyed it forever, and nobody will ever know what it was.
You will when you listen back to it.
And you'll be like,
But
damn,
nobody
I
else
remember what
will.
I was gonna say.
But even then,
We've
I
all
don't
been
think
there.
I finished the thought. So it's an incomplete piece of knowledge.
Great show, everyone.
Great show, guys. Yeah.
Remember, all the dead space gets taken out.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
That's
but
true.
we
The
are
Captain
doing a
Blackbread
show,
does.
right?
Yeah,
Somebody did
yes,
Dead
we
Space.
are doing a show, Warficus, you little fucking cynical Sally. But Captain Blackbread does make a compelling point. I try to instill that, and then I don't follow it myself. Where it's like you gotta not acknowledge that you're bombing with silence because the silence goes away, and then
Oh
suddenly
no,
the
no,
episode is
I
fine.
just think this show's. Oh, anyway.
Shows what? You just kind of like mumbled that out there.
What? Say something?
What?
Huh?
Like he had a stroke at the end of that. Damn. You good, bro?
I just think the show is.
I think the show
the ops got him right at that moment. I think the show is.
Yes, that's the bit.
It's like
That is the bit.
just ragdolls with a death sound, just ragdolls in this
Listen,
fucking chair.
we do a beautiful podcast here. Okay, it's great. There was
God awful.
once an episode. We have our Nickelodeon episode, which is a pretty good episode, and that episode almost was not to be because there was so much silence in it that we were like, "This is fucking horrendous. We should just scrap the whole thing." And I was like, no, hold on a minute. Cut all the silence and see what happens. And then I realized we were being ridiculous and that the episode was fine once we did the editing. You gotta remember that shit. You gotta remember the magic of computers and technology. The magic that Demigloom will do to this episode. Besides her 2-sentence appearance.
Why'd you put in the recording show? No new nonsense November. Okay, so that was Worf's topic. And then what, does everybody kind of go around and give their own topic?
Yeah, just basically in a random order that I decide based on how I feel in that moment. Except guests go last always. You get to play us out, Arcane. But folks, who gets to go second? But Kang, tell us your issue.
Fuck. All right. So, God, what is my issue? I'm shit.
All right, well, do you get one more turn? Captain Blackbread.
Okay. Shit, I was gonna upload my video on that time. It's all right. I'll leave that on hold. But I do got a good one. All right. Do you
Okay.
guys know what the dirty delete is?
The dirty is that when you like delete your search history to get rid of the porn? That's my only
No.
guess. What is a dirty
Oh, no.
delete?
All right. Let's say
Is that
you're
like when your mom
online.
asks for your phone and like you really quickly open up Chrome and clear your search history and like delete all your apps and then hand it to her? Like the span of
Okay.
You factory reset your phone and then hand it to her.
fucking destroy the SIM card.
No, it's what you look up to find an assassin. No. So when you make a post, right, on whatever social media, whether it be a comment or an actual, content post, somebody calls you out on something, you get in an argument with this person, they absolutely fucking annihilate you in front of God and everybody. So to fight back, you delete the video. It's gone.
That's a
It's
petty
like it
delete.
never happened.
That's so
called
bad.
It's called the dirty delete.
That's so
So,
bad.
Why is that bad? Do
Deleting
you mean that
everything.
the issue is a bad issue, or are you saying
No,
that,
I'm saying deleting a video
that's
because
right.
you got your ass handed to you. That's so bad.
Yeah, it's a fucking little bitch move right there. So
definitely Vosh tier.
whatever that means. Yeah, sorry, I don't follow Vosh. I just all that I know is that I don't really care for the guy. But hey, yeah, did Vosh dirty delete his goblins or was that somebody else?
Was there goblins involved? I know there was horsecocks and lollies. I
There
don't
was
know if there were
horsecocks
goblins.
and goblins. He claimed it was goblins. I could have swore that's what that was.
Maybe
but
there
anyway.
were horses and goblins double teaming the lollies. Who knows what was in there?
I would pay good money for Vosh's search history.
Would you really? Because there are probably
you
some
really wanna
shady
see that?
characters who would say the same thing. That's a weird sentence to say, Arcane. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I would take it straight to the fucking FBI. But I would pay good money for it just to be the one to take down
Right.
Vosh.
And I'm sure he's not looking at anything illegal.
No,
Maybe he
definitely
has
not.
real horse porn. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe it's his computer's like Epstein's laptop. We're not. Or no, was it Hunter Biden's laptop or Jeffrey Epstein?
His equivalent to Epstein's Island is like we find out that he's secretly owned a farm all this time, and he's just
He owned a
jerking
farm
off
in Eden
horses
Claw.
all day.
No, he owned
I mean,
a farm in
wait.
Eden Claw.
Wait, what state is Vosh in? Because that's not illegal in some states.
Oh no! Oh
Hold on, because he probably owned a farm in
Don't you have
Eden
to
Claw.
jack
where
off racehorses or something? That's a thing I've heard of before. I don't know if that's like a bit they
Fuck.
made up for comedy films, but don't you have to jack
Horse
off
semen
racehorses?
is one of the most expensive commodities you can sell.
Okay, so Riley,
What?
will I ever get
Why?
to finish this thought?
What do you mean why?
No, we have to talk about horse cum more. I'm sorry.
Okay, what do you mean why? Like top breed horses. Like if you are a horse breeder, you want like a good stallion, right? and then you have a female, and you're trying to like breed the optimum horse. So that
Oh my
shit,
fucking god. Hold on,
Yeah,
Warp.
so
Are you
yeah.
doing what you do on my show on this show?
yeah. So you sell this shit for
Warp's
like
horse breeding corner.
$20,000. Yeah, you sell a vial for $20,000. Shit, this guy cranks it out, 3 times a day. It's a big industry.
Guess you could say it's a
There's
big
That's
no
really a
cum
win-win
like
business for
horse cum.
Vouch. This she should start a new
Yeah.
like small business where he jerks off horses and sells the cum.
What is it? There's
How
Great
else do you
idea.
get it, right?
Wait, no. There's like a major
True.
firearms company that sells horse semen. Fuck, which one
What?
was it? Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hello, folks. Welcome to Smith and Wesson. You can buy a Glock or you can buy horse semen. What do you want?
You can buy a
We
Glock,
gotta-
and that
we
Glock
give
is
you
going to
a-
be extra sticky.
Yeah.
Gun lube, you just use some horse cum. That's when my paw did it.
Horse cum
Yeah, I'd
bullets.
see 'em.
Hell yeah.
And if the
Yeah,
horse couldn't come at least 5 times a day, then we had to put
Yeah,
him down.
yeah.
So
It's
that's why
Glock.
we mix the guns with the horses.
Glock sells horse cum. I'm not joking.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Kill your enemies and retroactively turn them into zoophiles by covering them in horse semen.
No.
Glock
Here's the website. I have the
That
link.
has to be a troll, right?
No,
I don't know
this
if I
is
want to
real.
click on a link called Glock Stallion.
The first thing I see is not secure. No.
It's
Well, anyway.
it's like an email site. Basically, Glock has like world class horse breeding, so they sell horse cum because that's what you do.
Holy shit.
Well, either that if
Wait,
you want
wait. There's a link. There is a link. Do not click this fucking link that Wolf just put in the fucking chat. There is a link in the link that takes you to ordersemen.com.
Yes.
No shot.
I am not clicking that shit, bro. No way. I can't be caught. I can't be
I'm
caught.
gonna
No, hold
open
on,
a
no,
private
technically,
tab
hold on.
Google Chrome. We're gonna go to
Because it's
www.ordersemen.com is crazy.
Well, Riley, I know how I'm going to make my money now.
Okay, but do they also sell a gun that'll shoot the cum?
Semen.
It's like a super soaker, but it shoots
Yeah.
horse cum instead.
Glock horse cum super soaker.
Alright, do you guys
Nah,
think
they
I
have
should
the
go to
Nerf Oozinator for
ordersemen.com?
that.
I'm having second thoughts.
About what? You thinking about picking
About
up one of them
about
super
going to
soakers?
ordersemen. Yeah. I'm deciding whether I should go to ordersemen.com so I can order some semen.
What if that would work better in the milkshakes than heavy whipping cream?
True. You have less of a stomachache after, maybe, if you use horse jizz instead of heavy whipping cream.
Oh, God.
Get a tablespoon
You know, I
of that and get it to
could
froth
get
up
a-
real nice.
I can get a clip
my
of Wilford Brimley
God.
saying 100% horse cum.
Well, theoretically, if you want a good CIA torture tactic, all you just got to do is waterboard your enemies and cum.
Bro,
What if they get
imagine.
off
Wait.
of that?
I mean, maybe they do it.
Is that why
You-
the
you don't-
military budget's so high? They're buying like gallons of $20,000 a vial horse cum to dump
mean-
on their
I
enemies.
mean, what are you gonna do when the gasoline's gone, right? You gotta. You gotta.
That's a good gang bit.
Something.
All right, don't kill it. So to speak. Damn, it seems like it bombed, but it was actually all right.
It was an okay bit. I give it a 6
That
out
was
of 10. It
That was a
passes.
good bit.
I like it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Anyway, you want to tell us more about the dirty delete now that we've done a type 5 on horse cum?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I don't know. Now that I know that Winchester is like blowing loads and blowing loads, I think my day's better. That's funny.
Yeah.
Either way, a hole is going to get filled. You got to look at it that way.
Jesus
So
Christ.
true.
I think a hole gets made. So the thing about it is you still need it for self-defense. So you could actually just blast cum so
The
hard
horse
that
cum?
it puts a hole through somebody. Yeah.
This highly pressurized horse cum through the skull.
Yep.
It's like what the like pressure.
Money
That'd
shot.
be a very like
Breaking.
emasculating way
Vouch
to
has
die.
been shot in the head. Update. Different than we thought.
Yeah. Just
You just
enough
hear-
to pierce a hole. Now his head is full of horse cum.
You just hear like a fucking
And
Halo
goblins.
the Halo announcer just go, unfreaking believable.
Is that Is that a thing that the Halo announcer says?
Jizzed up.
Inseminated.
Oh
Money
shit! You ever
shot.
laugh so hard that you go lightheaded? Oh, it was one of those.
Money shot.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay.
White
So
out.
here's a recent
My
example.
God.
Let's go ahead and dirty delete this whole part.
This whole
No,
fucking
no, we're actually gonna volume amplify this part as it turns
Okay.
out.
All right. So recently I'm bringing this up, and this user knows who he is, and this is why I'm bringing it up. So I was on I was checking out Demigloom's podcast, the middle school GSA thing. It was the one on voting. Now, I mean, my opinions on that are pretty, they're pretty cut and dry. I won't say what they are, even though people know what they are. However, there was somebody that was talking about how they were swayed into their opinion by that video. You vote
It was
whoever
Redox,
you want, and I
right?
will judge you.
I think that was Redox. I think you're talking about Redox. Famous character.
Riley, you fat fuck. I
Did you
was
see
specifically
Redox
not going to
secretly?
say his name.
Oh, well, it's Redox.
Oh, now you went and said his name. I wanted him to realize
Called
who
him
he
out like
was.
that.
I wanted him to realize who he was without calling him out. And now
I
you
knew who
went
he
and
was
did it.
immediately. You only had to say the first sentence, and he immediately was like, "Ooh, they're talking about me." If he's even still listening.
Okay, anyway.
I'm just checking out.
Jackie. Maybe if I say Jackie enough times, he'll read the transcript. And he'll think it's a good episode. Jackie.
Well, close enough. We were talking about jacking off in November, so
Jackie
And horse
we got
cum.
that.
off.
And horse cum, yeah. Somebody's jerking something off. Horses, maybe. Guns, possibly. So, right. Anyway, that video. I sent something, and here's the problem with the dirty delete is you don't quite remember everything you said because it's fucking gone. And I was telling Pink about it. I was just like, yeah, I was like, I fucking said this thing, and then I never got anything back, and I was waiting to hear back because I knew that the last thing I said was just so fucking great. And then I went back to find the comment, and it was fucking gone. I slammed Redox so hard into the pavement with what I said that he did the dirty delete, and now the comment is gone.
He deleted
entirely.
his comment.
The entire thread.
Wow.
Now I don't know what I said to make him do that, but even if he comes in and says, nah, it wasn't that great, well, what fucking proof do we have? The fucking comment's gone.
This isn't necessarily within the issue because it wasn't deleted like immediately as the dirty delete is described. But I'll tell you the one.
No.
one that
That
got
is the dirty
away.
delete. When somebody shows you up in your comment, and then your way of trying to eliminate that ever happening is to dirty delete. This is the dirty delete. This is 100% is the dirty delete.
This is a separate incident, but you were talking about deleted comments suddenly disappearing, and it reminded me of this. This is the greatest mystery of the Riley Cinematic Universe. Why did this happen? What did I say that was too offensive to this person that they decided to do what they did? We used to, me and Demigloom
I called him willfully
have,
ignorant. I remember that. I called him
I'm not talking about
willfully
Redox.
ignorant because, or no, I said something about.
Everybody loves Redox. We all love Redox. They're a good friend.
Well, I mean, Redox doesn't like me. I don't think so. What can you do?
Hey, he said that the issue crew should be just me and Demigloom and maybe Captain Blackbread. So you seem to be on his okay side.
I didn't see him say that. I didn't see him say that.
I think it was in my.
That doesn't
server.
make him my enemy, but he did the dirty delete, so now he's my enemy. Right now, I'm marking it. No, I don't care, but I'm calling you out for doing the dirty delete. You're still fine.
But me and Demigloom used to have a Ben 10 podcast, and we used to have this commenter named Ellie, who was the only human being who cared about our Ben 10 podcast, and literally it became like half of the show to read the Ellie comment every week. Like that became part of the show, and then one day, out of nowhere, not only did we not get our new Ellie comment, but all of the previous Ellie comments disappeared without a trace. And we don't know what happened to Ellie. The fucking gone in the wind as suddenly as she appeared, and then we stopped doing Omnitrix Radio because there was no reason for it anymore.
Omnitrix Radio goes so hard.
It's a good show. It was good for its time. I keep telling Demigloom said when we stopped doing it that we would do season reviews and do like a few more episodes and do like whole seasons. But she keeps every time I tell her to rewatch Ben 10 season 3, she blows me off. So the fuck.
Hey, I want to jump back on something real quick, and that is, No Nut November could definitely still be office friendly. You just don't eat nuts for the entire.
That'd
for
be
the
fun.
entire
That'd be a
month.
good bit. That'd
I
be
mean,
a
I just
fun,
had trail
silly
mix,
bit.
so I've definitely failed. If I didn't fail the other way, I've definitely failed this way. I have eaten trail mix. I have failed No Nut November. Better
It'd
luck
be like,
next
you guys think I'm doing No Nut November? I have a wife. She made me this trail mix.
time.
God damn it, Riley. And you say I'm the one that needs a performance review?
Yeah, and see, the next month would be Demon Semen November, where you really fucking crank it out in the most deplorable way possible. Anyway,
at fucking Vouch's Horse Emporium.
yeah.
Sponsored by
Vouch.
Glock.
There we
Oh,
go. Can we have this whole episode sponsored by Glock now?
Yes.
Awesome.
Hey,
That should
Glock,
be
if you wanna
that's
send
the
me that,
episode name right there. Sponsored by Glock.
Send me
Glock,
that,
perfection
Gen
in
3
breeding,
Glock, you know?
2024.
Yep. So you blow a hole with a Glock, then you put the horse come in. That's the best way to do it.
Either way, you're blowing a load.
That's right. That is.
Funnily
thing
enough,
that I said
Glock is
earlier.
also the sound that Vouch makes while he extracts the horse cum.
Cluck, 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 cluck,
No,
cluck,
that's
cluck,
glug.
cluck, cluck.
Okay. That's fair. I got the two confused, I suppose.
Yeah. So another thing I like to call the Sailor Moon incident. I was
Ooh, the Sailor Moon
the
incident. Tell
Sailor
me.
Moon incident. Yes. So I was on a
One of the
Facebook
sailors.
group full of sailors. We were trying to do No Nut November, but I couldn't stop blowing them, and they couldn't stop blowing each other. So we failed.
They just kept posting pictures of Sailor Mars or whatever the fuck, and you just couldn't hold it anymore.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
That's
A bottle
probably
of
one of
cum.
them. I think they're the
Anyway.
planets and the moon.
So, right. So, actually, it's funny you mentioned Sailor Mars, Riley, because the person that I was getting in an argument with their picture was Sailor Mars. So that makes what I'm about to tell you so much fucking better. So
Okay.
this person posted some art in this thing. It's like, I appreciate the show, right? I fucking, what do you call it? What's the... Oh, I feel like I had this issue last time. I Stockholm syndromed myself into watching Sailor Moon, thinking, it can't be that bad. But I lived in the middle of bumfuck nowhere when I was like 16, and I was just like, fuck it. So I just kept watching it in the Japanese dub, and it was okay actually. There's a fuckload of filler, but for what story is pretty decent actually. So if you're big into romance shit, you'd probably really like it, but I had nothing better to do, and so now I like Sailor Moon, and I watched all of it. So
Based,
I'm
based.
Is it a
I was-
romance show? I always thought it was like Power Rangers, but with anime
No.
girls was essentially what Sailor Moon was.
yeah, watch it, Riley, and then dress up as Sailor Moon for to,
I've
trying to
literally
suggest
said that I
do
would do that. Like that's already like
Really?
a potential thing that I might do because Alex, my co-host on Detour Ahead podcast, is a big Sailor Moon fan and wants to do a group Sailor Moon cosplay. And I said I would definitely dress as a sailor of Sailor
Alright,
Moon fame.
All right, I'll dress up as Sailor Mercury, and we'll just hang out together. Haha.
Hey, which one?
For
Which
no
one is Sailor
reason.
Mercury? There's the good one.
the blue
There's
one.
the not the
That's
blue.
the
Okay,
best
not
one,
the
the
blue.
blue one.
Who's the green one? That's the best one.
That's Jupiter.
Yeah, I love Sailor Jupiter. Shout out to Sailor Jupiter. That's who I would be.
Oh, okay.
Is Sailor
But
Jupiter
Sailor
in the room
Jupiter is
with us
really
right now?
tall. So anyway,
Yes, actually, it's my girlfriend, Sailor Jupiter. Say hello.
his waifu, yeah. So
It's like
I was
Chris
on
Chan
this-
making out with his like imaginary friends. Like
Yeah, I'm married to Mewtwo. Actually, I say in the back
Oh,
of the cop
good
car,
God.
the cop driving the cop car.
Rosella.
Yeah,
what if
you
the
two
cop just
fingered me
slammed on the
last
brakes
night.
like, oh my god, no way, tell me more. Or, oh
I'm
my god, he's married to
polyamorously
Mewtwo. He
married.
kicks him out of the car like, we gotta get out of here.
I'm polyamorously married to Sonichu and Rosechu and also Mewtwo from Pokemon the first movie.
God, man.
Not only does she say she's married to Mewtwo, she very specifically describes Mewtwo as portrayed in the first Pokemon movie, the very same Mewtwo, brought to life by Giovanni and his team. She's very specific about.
I might
you
out myself as
imagine-
an asshole here, but I have absolutely no interest in using Chris Chen's preferred pronouns.
Well, yeah, because
That's
Chris Chan's a
weird.
monster, so
He's an
why
awful
respect
person
anything?
who like essayed his mother. So like, why?
I don't necessarily judge you for that. I've just I'm of the opinion that it's like, if we want gender identity to work, we can't really keep it on an individual basis. We have to be able to be like,
Sure you
I'm a
can.
man or I'm a woman, and we have to be able to accept it. You can
Nah.
still be a scumbag and still be a woman. Chris Chan, probably a
In your
scumbag. 80-20 that she raped her
Probably.
mom. I think there's a small chance that Kiwi Farms gaslit her into admitting something she didn't do. But I think
here's the other thing. Okay,
80%
you
she
go
raped
to
her
prison
mom.
for it. You don't
There-
deserve anything. You
Okay,
don't
look,
deserve respect in any way.
Look, shut up. The problem with Chris Chan is, like, you can say she's like a horrible person and all this shit, but the internet kind of made him. Like, everything Chris was molded by people fucking with them. And like at this point, I don't even really consider them a human anymore. They're not a
Yeah.
person. They're
They're
like
like Frankenstein's monster.
they're like a mental construct of like what everyone on Kiwi Farms thinks is funny. And for better or worse, you cannot really blame them for their actions because they are not capable, like mentally capable of understanding what they're doing.
Well,
And they
I
have
don't
shown
know, because
time.
there is a point. Chris has shown time and time again that
Chris
he
Chris
is
should be
very
in a
much
mental ward.
okay with like. I guess. Yeah. I don't think Chris should be in society necessarily. I think like there are
Chris
some
is-
people that are so like antithetical to like the social order that it's like, hey, you're
Chris
gonna
is
go to
a-
a nice home and
Chris is
be
a
cared
danger
for.
to herself and others, like constantly.
Unfortunately.
She has to have handlers. Like whatever current groups running her life, like they seem to be doing an all right job, but like every other group that's run Chris's life, I'm sure this is going to explode into something ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, she thinks she's Jesus now, for God's sake. This whole Chris is a monster thing. Like, yeah, she probably is, but she's a monster of the internet's creation.
It needs to be put
But
down.
also has issues with personal space and like consent and like being very creepy and weird with people. Like you can be like people like I feel like Christian like is kind of a really bad example of people with mental health issues, because I feel like Chris might have probably like some sort of autism, but I also feel like a lot of the issues with him is like just his upbringing. Like his upbringing paired with the crazy bullying on the internet, but there still has to be some level of agency,
Anyway, that being
that's
said,
my
I
point.
feel
That's
like a
the- that's
person
the-
not worthy of respect is not really worthy of my respect to then,
It's not
respect
that Chris
anything they
isn't
believe about
worthy
themselves, so fuck them.
of respect. I think Chris is worthy of pity. Their whole life from like day one was just fucked.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've got these boundary issues and shit, but like, I don't know, you read over the whole thing and I cannot blame them in good faith. I just think they need to be pulled away from the internet. They need to be pulled away from like any like exposure, but they're so prolific and they're so fucking insane at this point that you can't pull them from the public eye.
Right.
So they you put them in a mental ward or they live stream claiming to be Jesus, and I guess we'll just see how that goes.
She doesn't even say anything when she fucking streams, bro. I was ready for her to be saying some silly shit. She
hates it.
Her
handlers are running
to the fucking. She streamed a reaction to the presidential debate, and I was like, I can't wait to see what Chris Chan has to say about how Sonichu and Rosechu are playing into the presidential debate here.
Holy
like,
shit, hold on.
nothing.
Riley, I gotta interrupt you. I just got a great fucking idea.
Okay.
I get
I
Chris
think
Chan
she's also
and I
kinda-
get Catgirl on the same fucking episode yelling at each other about who fucking knows what.
Listen, Lolcal Live couldn't get Chris Chan. We'll see if you can get Chris Chan.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
anybody
fucking
can get
watch
Chris
me.
Chan at this point.
Oh dear God.
Fucking watch me.
That would
I
be
can't get Catgirl, but
that
that's
would be
weird.
a crazy arc of my life if I end up in a fucking live stream with Chris Chan at some point before I die. That would be crazy.
That would be, and I mean, it could happen. Who knows?
That would be
Count
You'd be
Dankula got it.
Be so
surreal.
lucky.
Count Dankula got
the
Chris Chan.
goddess,
Why
the
the fuck
goddess
can't I?
herself.
I know Ben Saint got Chris Chan. That was a fun arc when Ben Saint and Chris Chan were hanging out.
You just you gotta be fake to the fake person, basically, so that the fake person, for some reason, fake people have this weird tendency where, like, if you pretend to like them, they just believe you.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
though
there's
they're
also the
huge liars and fake themselves.
well,
Strange.
they have a lot.
That's actually what all
Pe-
my friends are. They're all
People
lying,
like,
and it's like a big elaborate bit.
People like
Every
Chris
single
have
one
like
of you and everyone else.
these massive delusions,
That's where the
and
delusion starts, Riley.
And the problem with delusions like Chris's, especially when they're like this deep into psychosis, is they have constructed a worldview where anyone who denies their worldview is instantly an enemy. And there is no way to break through that, like at all. It would take years of medication and therapy in an asylum to maybe like break through. And cases before Chris have existed and they never got through to him. They generally just get more and more fervent the more you lock them up. So
what's funny is you just described Chris Chan in a way that describes Maddox to a T. I just find that amusing.
Oh,
well, yeah, like it can be anything as extreme as like the dimensional merge is happening and all cartoon characters are real, or as simple as this guy stole my girlfriend, so I need to destroy everything.
No, he didn't steal my girlfriend. I didn't care about the girlfriend. I just care that he's a racist pedophile.
Yeah. But he's still gonna send her love letters every Christmas, right?
Is it weird that the Chris Chan style of argumentation is actually pretty prevalent nowadays?
It's been prevalent since the dawn of time. These people have always existed. We just used to put them in concrete rooms and pretend they didn't exist.
The good old days. No.
Yeah, good move, TBH. Honestly.
Totally,
that was when America was great.
Well, then you have a lot of these asylums where like people are dying at rates they shouldn't be, and like there's rape and abuse and horrible things that are happening, and you know a lot of these places, like people who work there say it's haunted. I don't know. I'm just saying maybe we shouldn't do that either. So,
what about natural selection?
I mean, it's only fair for Chris Chan, right?
I think Chris is probably the best place she can be, and that's probably not good.
No, what I'm saying, never mind. I was just saying an eye for an eye. So if Chris Chan, okay, no, you know, I'm gonna stop in my tracks where I'm at. That's cool.
Let's be real, she probably did.
Oh shit! You know what? Yeah. See the cool thing about Worf is he says things that blow my mind once in a while, and I have to stop and think about it, and then I blindly agree with him.
Yeah, my thing is, I don't think
prison.
Chris would have gone to jail for as long as he did if he didn't do it. Like, I'm pretty sure that happened.
Oh, he definitely did it, but there's also the angle that it might have been Barb who did it, because she's out of her fucking mind, and like, you know, she's never been that good of a person.
I would like to.
I was
the issue is that
it didn't happen, not that she did it. That's a little.
No, I think it could go either way. Once again, Barb is completely lost it.
But the thing is,
Chris, years ago.
It only makes sense for Chris to have done it because, like, Chris has been basically like deeply sexually repressed and like mentally deranged for most of his life. Like, I could absolutely see him like going to a point where now that he's alone at home with his mother, who's on a mental decline, so she's vulnerable and can't really do much to defend herself, that Chris's sheer like sexual repression would lead him to do something vile like that. Like, it's kind of like a
Long story short, we need to cut down the internet and get Chris Chan off. Now back to my issue, the dirty delete.
We really do got to
get Chris off the dirty delete. Damn.
Yeah.
Then again, she's raking in a lot of money now.
Yeah, but well, I mean, we got to cut down the internet still.
I just want a new comic page. Where the fuck's the comic?
Oh shit, I don't know. I didn't know that was ever.
That's never gonna happen.
Well, the issue is the story is so convoluted and like crazy in Chris's head, and Chris believes anything she writes has to be real. within her world that like
for-
she can't make another page because it's just too much.
So the Sailor Moon incident was this little thing. I was on an appreciation board for Sailor Moon. People were posting
Yeah.
fan art. People were posting mostly like well, it was mostly just fan art and stuff. But you know, otherwise like Sailor Moon memes and whatever. There's got to be a new word for memes because it just sounds outdated to say memes.
Maymays. Go back to
Sure.
Maymay.
Yeah, let's
Funny
amend this.
internet content.
Yeah.
Look at the
So-
funny image.
Okay, so I was
Posts,
there. Somebody
maybe is the
posted.
term now.
Somebody posted this image that looked like somebody developed AI art, and they went from that to doing what they do or doing what anime clubs used to do in school and just trace the computer screen on a character you like and then say that you can draw anime because you can trace the fucking screen. And that's exactly what this fucking person did, and it was so fucking obvious. You could tell because they said, "Oh, I drew this." And it's like, no, eraser marks. You just did it perfectly by hand. Oh, you totally didn't just fucking trace the lines on a fucking computer screen. Sure. Anyway.
Well, that's the AI art problem, right? It's not that AI art is going to replace artists necessarily. It's that AI art can be traced so effectively that you can never tell if something's original or traced anymore.
Yeah, well, anyway, this obviously AI art had three separate eyelashes for some reason. And the person was just like, no, this is real. This person and his obviously alt account were arguing with everybody that said it was AI art, and it was everybody. And at some point, like, all of the comments were just deleted, fire and brimstone. All of them were gone except for the fucking positive ones. They said, "Oh, I took this thing over it, and it says whether or not it's AI, and it says it's the only 2% likely that it's AI." And it's like, well, of course, the AI system that was developed to, look for things is totally flawless, right? Just like AI is totally flawless. Can't even tell the difference, right? 3 eyelashes, whatever. But anyway, when I went in and called it out, and I was just like, dude, it's so obviously AI, the person started like losing their fucking shit. Them and their alt account, the alt account whose picture was Sailor Mars, started to threaten me directly over calling it AI art. Because I remember saying something like, God, I don't even fucking remember what I said to get them to lose their shit like that. But I remember calling them a coward and like, oh, you won't acknowledge this thing, you coward. And then they're like, well, I'm gonna fucking go to where you're at and kick your ass. And they were saying shit and then ended that thing, this fucking nonsense with step up to the dojo. Imagine if somebody was trying to threaten you, scare you, intimidate you by saying step up to the dojo. I know Kung Fu. That's not what they said, but that's how that fucking translates.
Fucking yikes.
And I had
No,
to
no,
tell
no,
this
no.
person, I'm
That-
like,
that-
you're not
that
really
sounds-
thinking about doing this.
Okay, wait. That sounds like something Steven Seagal would say to you.
Maybe it fucking was Steven Seagal. He just really likes Sailor Mars.
You talking shit, step up to the dojo. I know Aikido.
Yeah, something like that. No, this idiot was just, and I had my fucking, for a while I had my location on for Facebook, which is bad. Not like my house, but like the city I live in. So I was like, oh, it's probably not a good thing. I wouldn't want somebody this fucking insane to actually come and visit me. I went ahead and removed that, but then I went back. I'm like, if you show up, there is no guarantee that I am not armed. I have no guarantee that you are not armed. I know you know this, and I'm going to leave this comment here in case the mods want to come and delete it later. So guess what happened? He was a mod. And he
Oh
came
my
through,
God.
and he fucking wiped out all of the fucking comments. Like I said, fire and brimstone, everything that wasn't positive. The biggest dirty delete.
Oh, that's fucked.
What
Oh, shit, we're
exactly did I
spelling
say?
dirty
I don't
deletes.
remember. Yep, because you guys wouldn't shut the fuck up about Chris Chan.
Chris is awesome.
Way better than the dirty delete, apparently. But anyway, yeah, that's my issue. The dirty delete, and yeah, step up to the dojo. Everybody always is just like, oh, you're fat, and it's just like, yeah, I know I don't have much of a neck, but it's kind of just because I know what I'm about to do here. I'm having a fucking a vanity trip, so I'm gonna cut that off at the pass. So anyway, I have muscles, everybody. All right, there's muscles underneath this fat. That's all.
Muscles,
That's all that
crazy.
needs to be said here. I lift shit for work. I have a picture for people that don't fucking believe me. Eat a dick. I have vanity problems. Vote it up. Vanity problems. The dirty delete. Follow my
How
Twitter.
dirty? How dirty is
C
a delete that they're
Blackbread.
doing
Follow
to
my
you?
Twitter. C Blackbread.
It was a big dirty of a delete to delete the Apton in Captain Blackbread. That was a pretty dirty delete.
There wasn't enough space.
Well, I think I
Shit.
have my issue now.
I'm so proud of you, Kang. You did it. What is it?
So I hear, many of us here, we all love video games, don't we?
Yes.
We partake in the
Sure.
occasional
Pretty good.
blippy blips that move on screen that delight us. Sometimes we all love the old games that we all grew up with as kids. The old Dragon Ball Z Budokai, the old Wolfenstein, the old Doom, the old Quake. Those old games.
The games.
Now you see, the problem is there
The
are many
problem.
companies out there that don't want us to enjoy our old games, so preserving them is a bit of a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Nightmare.
I think I know where you're going with this. Habibi came on the show and already
Nice.
did this one.
Motherfucker.
Is that the
what's
preservation
the
of
bit?
old games?
Yep, preservation of old games. That was going to be my
Yep, Habibi already did that one.
motherfucker.
Should have checked the list.
No, I just happened to remember that one.
No, dude, I don't even have to check the list. I know that's true.
Motherfucker. All right. Well, what's another issue that I can think of that's near and dear to the heart? So this election coming up, it's a bit of a
It's my favorite video game.
Yeah,
all
I
I'm-
think this is
I
the
think-
most contentious election that I've ever seen, unfortunately.
well, my thing is shoving abortion ads down your throat every goddamn second.
You shouldn't be shoving abortions down your throat. That's kind of gross, man.
Hey, that's protein, dude.
I mean, I guess,
Oh,
but like, isn't
God.
that kind of cannibalism too?
No, it's not a human, remember? It's a bundle of
I don't-
cells. Just protein,
they-
dude.
I'm only eating it if it's rich with adrenochrome.
Oh God.
You at least got to get the upgrade out of it, or else what's the point?
All right. Let's see here.
I'll become. Hey, they're already dead. All right. I don't see the problem here. And they weren't going to use them. They were just going to throw them out.
It was like, you gonna eat that?
Exactly.
You gonna take the protein from that? Well, let's see here. What's another issue that's near and dear to our hearts other than elections, video game preservation, and how about Lunchly?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear that they like had some moldy cheese on them or something like that? Because they have no fucking standards because it's a meme product.
The fact that
No, man, it's blue cheese.
Yeah.
oh,
It's fancy
Mm.
cheese.
found locally by your mother.
Your mother.
But my problem with Lunchly is the fact that if you're willingly selling this shit to kids and they have that in it, how is no one reaping any legal repercussions?
Okay, well, here's another question. Why is only Lunchly getting mold in it? What's in all the other food that's stopping mold coming in?
Preservatives.
Yeah. What are those preservatives doing to your kids? Like, yes, mold's the obvious problem, but what's the other end of this?
Poison.
It's like a two-sided coin, right? Like either you have food that doesn't last long enough to get to where it's supposed to be, and then that's poison. Or you have
Buy
these
local.
extremely poisonous preservatives that, over a lifetime tend to, well, we don't know what they do. The real answer is stop buying your kids prepackaged lunch and just fucking make them that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you nailed it. Just fucking raise your kids like a normal human being instead of relying on corporate America to raise them for you.
Well, there you go. Here's a quick fix to any problems. Just make your kids fucking lunch.
Dude, you know what? Kids would make fun of me when I brought leftovers from home, from dinner when I really liked it. I'd pull it out of my backpack and it would just be like a bowl of whatever dinner was, and they'd be like, "Ew." I'm like, "What's ew about it? It was dinner."
It's fucking
And-
good.
And then they go and like dig into their fucking Lunchables and their plastic cheese and shit. It's like, fucking, oh, good. That looks like it's really going to fill you up. A couple pieces of cheese and a couple crackers. Ooh, good for you.
I mean, plus you also got to look at it this way. If you're getting your lunch made at home and everything, you'll actually know, like, where your lunch is coming from.
Very true. Especially if you buy locally.
Yep.
Yeah, the real problem is packaged lunches. It's not that Lunchly has mold. The fact that Lunchly has mold, honestly, to me, says they're probably using better ingredients than Lunchables. And
That
it's just
surprises the fuck out of me.
yeah, and it just so happens that those better ingredients have the downside of they don't have as long a shelf life.
Or they come with Prime.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Prime, they found they had what was it, like some fucking forever manufacturing chemical in it because it was coming out of China.
Mm-hmm. It's a
China.
carcinogen.
Yeah. Well, it's not just a carcinogen. I think it was like a what is it? Fluorine? I don't remember. It's one of those chemicals that like never
leaves
breaks
your
down.
body.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could say the issue is just packaged lunch. How about that?
Yeah, that shit's awful.
I tried Prime once and it was in energy drink form. I was like, oh, I've never seen this before. And then I grabbed it and bought it, not even knowing what the fuck it was or affiliations and whatnot. I just thought it was just something new.
My
And I was
family.
just unimpressed with it and never drank it again. What did I drink?
There was
You know,
there was a point in my life where my family only got me Lunchables, and I would just give
Ugh.
them to the other kids. I didn't want them.
That
Shit was
fucking
rank.
sucks.
You know, surprisingly, the only time I've really had anything energy related was like those Mountain Dew Kickstarts.
Oh, dude, Kickstarts were the shit.
Dude, those
Like-
tasted so fucking good, man.
Do they not have them anymore?
I think they still have them. I think.
Don't they now have like booze Mountain Dew?
Oh, Mountain Dew Hard or whatever the fuck it's called, the hard seltzer shit.
Spiked? I think it was called like Mountain Dew Spiked or some shit like that.
It's like Mountain Dew Hard or whatever it is.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else, but whatever it was, I was getting drunk off of them while floating down a river in Illinois. That was cool. Real warm
shit.
rivers in Illinois in the summer.
Nice.
Got to see it got dark while we were on the river. I got to see fireflies, so that was pretty cool.
Well, I guess my issue was just packed lunch.
That on its own is a good issue though. Lunchables fucking suck compared to like when my mom would get me something from the store as a lunch at school, she would always get me the pinwheels, and those were great.
Oh, dude, I love those little snack wrap things, like the
Yeah.
little pepperoni and fucking cheese whatever wraps.
Oh,
Those were
things.
fucking.
Yeah, those are good.
Those were the fucking shit.
They still are, man.
But
no
yeah,
one wants to talk about food, huh? Damn.
Yeah.
Not even Riley's hungry.
Yeah, because I'm more tired than hungry.
Oh.
Bruh, I had gas
Hungry
station
for the
pizza
bed.
for lunch. I'm doing great.
Hell yeah.
You want to talk about
I like the
preservatives,
gas
man?
station pizza.
Bro has it flowing through his
Yeah,
veins.
gas
as
station
we
pizza
speak.
never
Gas station
tastes
pizza
right,
would
does it?
survive if we were nuked. All of the
Yeah,
gas station
yeah, I'm
pizza would
fucking
survive unscathed.
freebasing preservatives today. Oh,
So, does anyone have another issue they want to bring to the board?
I'm sorry, was your issue Lunchly or Lunchables or just the shitty food? What was your issue?
Packed lunch. Just chalk it up
Packed
to
lunch,
that.
okay.
Prepackaged lunch, probably. I don't
Folks, my issue is a
Oh.
simple one. I forgot what it was.
know. You're real
Now.
simple, huh?
Instead, it's so simple that I forgot what it was. And folks, now Captain Blackbread will sing a Frank Sinatra song for you. Take it away.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
The great Frank Sinatra song.
Classic Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, I remember when he sang that one. That was pretty good. Folks,
Mariah Carey fucking stole it.
that was tragic.
dude,
You guys ever
I'm so tired of Christmas music. Wait, actually, can I have another
What?
issue since mine was so
no,
bad?
save it. Save it. We're not even there yet.
Shit.
yeah. You're not allowed
Alright.
to utter the word Christmas on this show until Thanksgiving is come and
Well,
gone.
Well, that's the problem. I'm already fucking hearing it.
That's true. That
Well, then
people
don't
do need
hear
to be
it.
exiled.
Oh, fucking hate Christmas music. I'm a Grinch.
It's gonna be okay, Warficus.
I'm gonna be a
You'll
real
escape
Grinch
it.
depending
No,
on
it's
how
not.
this election goes.
Will escape? No, there is no escape. It's on the air. It's on radio waves. Broadcast into your mind unconsciously. Can't you hear those sleigh bells ringling? Ring ding dingling too.
Actually, now that you say it,
Oh, it's lovely weather.
I can kind of hear it.
For a sleigh ride together. You.
You know,
You know what? My issue. Here's
what
my
fun
issue.
it is
Okay.
to ride and sing a Slayer song
Come
tonight.
on.
My issue
Jingle
is
hell,
the
jingle
people.
hell.
My issue is the people who complained about mail-in voting. Because like I have to go vote in the morning, and like I forgot to look into mail-in voting. Because everybody told me how bad it was for so long, so I just didn't get around to it. And I had to go in the morning to vote. So everybody who ever complained about mail-in voting, fuck you. I hate you. What have you done to me? And that's basically what I'm saying. These people, they doomed me years in advance before I even voted. I could have voted in 2020, didn't bother, didn't figure out how to do it in time. Uh,
Well,
and
you
now,
know,
and yeah,
it's probably better off that way because then you can go to the little precinct and see if they are like just not letting people in for some reason, and we can get another fucking
true.
Twitter
I can see
video
if the
of that.
windows are boarded up, and if they're being real shady.
Yeah, apparently you can report that to the RNC. I don't know exactly what that does, but people are saying that you can do that.
Mm.
I
The
don't know
real
what they're
N-word
gonna do about it.
coalition.
I think the whole mail-in voting is what fucked over Republicans in 2020 because I feel like a lot of people, because of like the COVID restrictions, like there was a lot of fear mongering from the Republican side about COVID when it comes to like, oh, I don't want to
I thought
wear
the
a
Republican
mask.
side
I
were
don't
the
know.
ones that were like COVIDs are fake and
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, that's what I
Who
meant.
cares?
That's what I meant. I didn't mean
It
fear
was real,
mongering.
but it's
Fear
not the
mongering was
worst
from the
thing
other
I've ever
side.
had.
But there was a lot of bad blood about doing things like a more like a remote way, like Zoom meetings and wearing your mask and staying 6 feet apart. But I feel like
I
that's
mean,
what
then
fucked
again,
me over because a lot of people
imagine how
who
many people.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Sorry.
no, it's just like I'm pretty sure there was some messaging from the Republicans that you shouldn't use mail-in ballots in early voting. And so a lot of people didn't do that because that was what the left wanted. That's what the left was doing, trying to control us. And now it's like I'm noticing there's a lot more Republicans who are early day voting than there were in 2020 by a huge margin.
Because they know that
Imagine
they're
how
going to
many
try and shut
people.
down all the most important precincts for the voting.
Yeah.
Imagine how many people early voted, and now they wish they could change their vote because that squirrel died, and they can't. It's got to be a tragedy.
Yeah, that fucking squirrel, man. That
They
that
I want
pissed
to.
me
killed
the
that
hell off.
squirrel.
I
That
really want
that
to talk to somebody that changed their vote because of that squirrel. Like if
that
if
I would
everything
also
up to
love
now
to
they were
have that
like I am
conversation.
so fully Kamala, and then the squirrel died, and they're like, oh my god, I need to vote for Trump
the thing
right
is,
now. The fucking
it's
squirrel
the way
man.
it happened. It's the fact that the squirrel was raised with that family. It was a family pet. The fact that it was like a three-letter, like no accountability, like environmental conservation agency funded by the federal government that took the squirrel. The fact that it was some fucking like asshole on Twitter who was like butthurt about the squirrel getting more views, so like called animal control on them. It is
Is
just
that how that happened?
say again.
Is that how that happened?
Yeah, it was some kind of Twitter feud that ended with a girl calling that agency on the people who own the squirrel, and then they came and took the squirrel, and then the squirrel in the transport bit one of the agents with no accountability because, government, and then they put the squirrel down because of that. Just killed their
Wow.
pet because fuck it.
Damn,
Yep.
that
Yeah,
sucks.
it's
Why
pretty
didn't that make
fucked
its
up.
way
They
into a
did
fucking
that.
Yep,
MAGA rally?
they're solving global warming one squirrel at a time, I guess. I don't know
Why'd they
what their
kill the
purpose
raccoon?
is.
Did he bite a guy too?
I don't
The
even know
raccoon
about the
There's a
witnessed.
raccoon.
raccoon as well that also
Yeah,
got
the
murdered.
raccoon was a witness is the problem. They had to put him down.
Ah,
Had to
yeah,
bring his
there's no
sentence.
witnesses. I had to get rid of him.
Remember, no squirrel.
But it's funny because a lot of people have argued that a lot of these like environmental conservation and, green energy or green agencies are kind of a waste of time and they don't really do
And
anything
money.
meaningful and
No,
money.
they do nothing. And let me tell
Yeah.
you, actually, while I was I remember I was talking to my friend not the other day. This was like months ago. It was right after I had gone to to a convention, SoccerCon, where there were Greenpeace people out there just trying to like get people to sign a petition and talk to them about stupid shit that nobody really gives a shit about. The thing about all these organizations that are supposed to like clean up the world and, you know, reduce pollution and shit, why are there so many of these places and they all want you to donate money to them? Name me three things that any one of them have done that have made a significant difference.
Yeah, it's literally nothing. It's nothing. They don't contribute anything.
It's a money pit.
Yep. It's yeah, a lot of it is just money laundering. That's the thing. Is like it's funny because I got into a debate with this dude on another server about like government agencies and like their merits, and like you realize a lot of this is just to funnel money into these agencies, like dirty money into these agencies, and then like redirect it somewhere else. Like a lot of time these agencies are just like phony. Like it's all bullshit, man.
Always has been. Just like
And it
that
always will
astronaut
be.
meme in space. Yep.
Yeah, dude, pointing a gun in space. I fucking love that meme.
You mean it was all bullshit? Always has been.
Yeah, bullshit. You gotta love some bullshit.
What was the issue again?
It's about early voting.
Oh.
People
Riley!
complained about mail-in voting. Who said that it was like stupid or that it was like corrupt or something.
Riley.
I think
I
think that's one thing that I have like I really hate about the conservatives.
Riley!
What the fuck?
Riley's gone. Honestly, I think the problem with mail-in
He went out
voting,
to vote.
God fucking damn it.
I think the real
It's
problem with
gonna
mail-in
take him
voting is like
several hours to get there.
it lets people farm votes that from people who probably shouldn't be voting. Like you have what is it, like ballot harvesting is a thing now where like both conservatives and Democrats pay people to just go to old folks' homes and try and get them to sign ballots.
That's
mean-
crazy. If that's
I
true,
mean-
that's crazy.
I mean, like, and like, you know, fraud completely aside, which mail-in voting kind of does open up to fraud because you're losing that like in-person like verification there. But even
Holy
that
shit,
aside, you're adding this like layer to the game of now we have to go find every single human on the planet who we can convince to sign a paper. And there is no oversight on how they're getting people to sign those papers. So all these laws about like bribing voters and shit, like we don't know what they're fucking doing. Fuck, they might be giving like crackheads crack to get them to sign it.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty
That's
plausible.
crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues with their voting system, but I feel like I feel like a lot of if we were to do some kind of change to how we do voting, we would have to like get past like an army of people who like gasp and pearl clutch at the fact that you would even question the integrity of the voting system in our country. It's like, hey, maybe we should fix this. Oh, that's
Oh,
dangerous
man.
rhetoric. Be careful.
Yeah, I hate that. Dangerous
the
rhetoric
fix?
should be its own issue.
Oh man, we can let a bunch of motherfuckers with green cards in our country, but oh goddamned if we ever question our own electoral system.
They don't even have green cards. Is this?
Yeah, that's the
Don't
big
even have
issue.
You have
that.
there.
something against green cards, gang? Hold
No,
He
on.
wants them
nothing.
all to be here
No, nothing
illegally,
against
is
green
what he's
cards,
saying.
but a lot of the migrants who have come.
No,
over-
I want them to be here fucking legally, but here's my thing. Why are you willing to like go through the fucking problem or even go through like sabotaging a fucking election that's like meant to be for the American people, no less, just to have people come here legally to vote for you?
Well, those people illegally are an effective slave labor workforce.
And also,
and you don't even need them to vote. The way our electoral system's set up is where the census in a lot of states was changed that it's anyone in the state. And if you have a higher census, that means you get more seats in, I think the Senate's the one with more, where you get seats based on population. They've been doing that in Cali for years. And then you get this great workforce. You can pay under the table, drive down wages, you know, give them government programs that they shouldn't have, and just make everything great for people who live here.
Fair enough. Does anybody have anything else to say about voting? Because I think it's time for Arcane to take us home.
Oh god, my issue is gonna be so contentious and
Uh-oh.
Oh, I am ready for this. Let's
oh god. Why do I have to go last? Because now that's the last thing people are gonna remember.
Yep,
Um,
you got
They
it.
had to make it to this point first, so actually, really, no pressure.
The last thing they're gonna remember is Riley's issue and Kang screaming at him.
that
And
was
then they're gonna be
hilarious.
like, "I'm fucking out."
Yeah, I'm out. That's enough of this
Redox
show.
is already gone because I called him out for his bullshit. But yeah,
Wait, who is Redox?
it doesn't matter.
What?
Be nice to Redox. We like Redox.
I'm
Even
confused.
though half the times we don't know if Redox even wants to be himself.
Well, I don't know if
what that
Redox
means.
even likes any of us, so it's hard to say. But he keeps coming back and leaving comments to say thumbs down. It's definitely a big elaborate troll, but what if it's not?
It's like with him, it's like
You know?
it's like Peter Criss not wanting to be Peter Criss.
Wait, who's Peter Criss?
The fucking guy from Kiss.
Thank you for another Kangism, another high quality Kangism.
God
folks.
fucking damn it, Blackbread! You should
Look,
fucking
I
know.
remember Gene Simmons. I remember Ace Frehley. Who else is in the band?
Peter Criss. He's the fucking drummer.
Oh, wasn't there somebody before him?
Now you got me wanting to look up the fucking members of Kiss right now.
I know they went
don't wanna
through
hear
like
shit
either a
about the
couple of
members of
guitarists or a
Kiss.
couple of drummers, and I don't remember which. No, this is for me. This is so I know.
Let's see here. We got Peter Criss, Eric Carr, Eric Singer.
Eric Bicycle, Eric Motorcycle.
God damn it. Do you want to take us home, Arcane? To go for it.
Okay. No, actually, I think I want to discuss something completely different.
No, do it. Do your original. Don't pussy out. Come on.
Okay. I think
Yeah, come
my
on.
issue, considering we're like less than 24 hours away from either a 4-year supply of memes or World War III, I feel like there is a willful blindness on the part of people when it comes to how they defend their candidates, rather it be coming from Democrats or Republicans, but I feel like it's really bad on the Democrats, where people just do not want to accept that they're being lied to. And I feel like there is a, let's call it a cult-like mentality among Democrats now. I think that's my issue, is the cult-like mentality among Democrats.
Cult-like
Where?
mentality among Democrats. Okay.
This
Yes.
is a good one.
Yes.
I
Tell me
feel like-
more.
I feel like a lot of people who are voting for Kamala Harris are simply voting for her based off of like a version of her that they've created in their heads, as opposed to anything that she's actually put forward about herself. Like she's not really even a person. Like I don't think there's been a single interview, a single rally where you get even the slightest glimpse behind the curtain.
Arcane.
Go ahead.
I'd actually like to mention, you know what's funny is there's a good number of them that are voting for her because she is a woman and then also a woman of color.
You know
And
what's funny
I
is
have
that
met this person specifically, and I know there's more than just that person that's voting for her for that reason. Straight up, they want her as a DEI hire to run the country because they think, well, you're just judging a book by its cover. So you guys are wrong, and she's going to do a good job. They're not looking at policy. They don't care about anything else. They are straight up all about inclusion and equality.
yeah.
I mean what I observe and what I probably am even guilty of myself. I feel like the reason the majority of people are voting for Kamala Harris is because she is that you could really put anyone in that chair. You could have put Peanut the squirrel in that chair. As long as it's not Donald Trump, people are gonna vote for it.
Hey,
As it turns out.
which is so silly, because a lot of that, I mentioned this in Demi's channel, but I don't think I've mentioned it anywhere else. I don't know if you guys are in that channel or whatever, but I mentioned in one of my posts in the politics channel, which I'm like no lifing, keyboard warrioring in the fucking politics channel 24/7.
don't
but I
bother.
put- Boy,
just ask them about their favorite policy.
Yeah.
Ask them about their favorite Kamala Harris policy.
But like I put in that comment section, I posted a video from Charlie Kirk, which I know made some people upset, but there was a specific reason why. Because one of the people that Charlie was interviewing reminded me a lot of my family, because I grew up in like an evangelistic cult, and when you're kind of getting out of it when you wake up and you realize that, hey, this is all a scam and like my life has basically been a lie. You have to like go through the motions of like deprogramming your family members. And a lot of times once you start forming argumentations, like there's this look in their eye where they realize that they've never questioned the things that they believe before in their entire life. And I just saw that. It's like, man, some of these kids, especially young people, are just so brainwashed to think that like Kamala and Democrats are just automatically the good guys. Like Autobots
Yep.
and Decepticons. Like
No, it is
like
it
Republicans
is
bad.
100% that. But at one point as a kid, I did actually start questioning things, and I'm just like, all my childhood, it seems like the Republicans never win. Even though obviously when I was younger, George Bush won. But I would actually like to jump in with some breaking news. This news won't be breaking by the time they insert Kamala Harris into office tomorrow morning. Sorry, I'm black-pilled about this shit. I really hope it doesn't go that way. But
God, Emperor Kamala.
oh fuck. Yeah, so Georgia justices rule ballots can't be counted after election day. They're not going to be able to bring the trucks into Georgia. So the count that they have is the count that they're going to get. So hopefully they don't do any other
which I still
shit.
have
But
not
anyway.
heard any kind of decent argumentation as to why that happened. I know there was like a every time I see somebody talk about the like 3 a.m. 3 a.m. ballot dump, there's like a whole swath of people that being like, clearly this guy doesn't know how ballots work in this country. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, can you
obviously
explain
they
more than
normally
that?
come in the middle of the night by the truckload.
Which, again, that's shaky. I don't necessarily think the 2020 election was stolen like that. I don't think ballots were tampered with. I think there was a lot of cultural stuff that led to Biden kind of artificially being way more popular than he actually was.
There was some fishy footage, and then it's okay. You're safe here. You could say it.
I actually don't believe the election was stolen. I actually believe that
Oh.
Trump did make a concerted effort to
Hero.
overturn the election. Like I think this is where I'm black pilled when it comes to my own side. That I feel like conservatives are going to die on the wrong hill when it comes to trying to defend Trump on January 6th. I think that you can argue because there is no correct argument when it comes to January 6th because either Trump.
Sure there is.
Well, no, because the facts are the facts, right? Trump had lawyers who tried to reinterpret the 12th Amendment to try and convince Mike Pence that he had the ultimate say over whether or not certain states' votes become codified or not, or certain
Well, these
electors
things
are
are.
accepted.
I don't think that these things are all totally related, right? It's not like a chain link, right? Where if one fails, they all fail. There could still be some wrong things about what happened on January 6th, but for all the footage and shit that came out, like, all the footage and shit that came out from that fucking day where they just suddenly start counting in the middle of the night, where, like, you would have to see this footage to understand, but a lot of it's just totally been wiped. And that's got to have you questioning.
Well, yeah, it does. Like, I think the Democrats absolutely overcapitalized on the actual riots themselves, and then
They weren't riots.
Listen.
they
As long as
were
we're using,
They were not riots.
as long as we're using voting machines that are completely unaccountable, that there have been tests done on this. A very basic hacker can go in a few minutes, rip off a panel, and change the votes. It's actually ridiculous how unsafe these machines are, but people are getting sued into oblivion for saying.
See, and that's the thing is that I feel like that's also kind of for lack of a better term, schizo posting. Like there was that's the thing that's the kind of rhetoric that got Trump in trouble in the first place because like Trump was 100. Because the thing about January 6th is that Trump did take steps to overturn the election. He tried to if Trump had a perfect world, like those electors would have been rejected and Trump would have gotten his own electors put in their place, and then like the election would have been postponed. But I think Trump did that under the absolute genuine assumption, I think he genuinely believed that there was election fraud because the people he surrounded himself with,
I think there was
feeding
fraud.
him false information.
No, I think there was fraud personally. I think it doesn't take. How many days was that one county pushed over? there was that one place where they said they had like a pipe burst and they kicked all the poll watchers out. There was
yeah,
no
that's
pipe
right.
burst, and then they just started counting
Good
shit.
Lord, I never
And
thought
then
I would be in this podcast debating with my own side
listen.
here.
The last few months, they found tons and tons and tons of fake names on the voter rolls. They've just been tearing them off for months. But even like actual like voter roll fraud aside, like these machines themselves, it doesn't even have to be a top-down effort. It can just be one asshole who gets his hands on these machines that can fuck them. That alone should be enough to like get these out of there. But no.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess my issue is that like if you want to because my ultimate goal is to dispel this weird like consensus among Democrats that Trump is like or that Kamala is the lesser of two evils, which I do not think is true at all.
I think she's just evil.
Well, I don't know. I don't think she's a person. I think because there was in 2016 the way that Democrats do their primary system in the first place is that like they just kind of unilaterally elect whoever they think is best for the party, even if that person is not the person who voters actually want. That's what happened with Bernie. Was that Bernie had like almost 60% of pledged delegates, but because like the super delegates like are all that matters, and those super delegates are like party officials, donors, bureaucrats, lobbyists, corporate interests. Like the
I
fact
don't know
that those
enough about
people,
these fucking bureaucratic levels. That when I hear
No
super
one does. They
delegate,
don't.
it's just like it's
They
a
don't
regular
know
well,
what's
delegate.
no,
going
because they
on.
perpetuate and that's the thing. Most Democrats don't know this. The most Democrats don't realize that their own primary system is rigged.
Are you
And
kidding?
like,
Some of the people who are rigging it don't even understand how it's rigged.
yeah, and like I feel like when they're confronted with that knowledge, when they're confronted with the information that hey, your vote actually doesn't matter. They don't actually care about you or your issues. They're just hijacking these social talking points to convince you that they have your best interests at heart when they don't. And that mentality can be seen in the way that they do their primaries. It's like I feel like there's this like either it's a dismissal of the point altogether or it's a whataboutism about Trump. And I just feel like that initial like knee-jerk reaction is to be like, but Trump, but Trump, but the other thing that I don't like, it's like it seems more like a defense reflex than an actual valid talking point. And
Well,
I
you get
saw
that
that
everywhere.
a lot. Well,
I
I
think-
saw that particularly when I was growing up in the cult, is that like when you try to bring people like actual logical reasons why their worldview is wrong, and like you try to convince them that hey, look at how corrupt this belief system is, their first knee-jerk reaction is to point the finger at something they think is worse, and that's why it's good for them to think that way. And like
Well,
that is a cult thing. Like,
Well, it's a human thing. It has been shown that cognitive dissonance causes physical pain. Like confronting like things you think are wrong is one of the hardest things a person can do. Like even just like admitting you're wrong has to be something taught to you as a kid, or you will never be able to do it.
yeah, unfortunately, I wonder.
Yeah, we got to figure out the secret to that. It was like
Uh,
my life started getting better when I did start admitting I was wrong about shit. And I
Yeah,
wasn't like, there's
same.
no way I'm wrong. And you know, that's kind of the I used to use it a lot, and I used it on Candor at some point, and I don't remember what it's called. It's like the effect of like you don't know how stupid you are, and you refuse to accept it.
Yeah.
The Dunning-Kruger effect. That's like partial to the Dunning-Kruger effect, and it's unfortunate that like it's fortunate to know that that can be taught out of your children.
It can be taught out of
But-
you. Like anyone can learn to like how to admit they're wrong. It's a lot easier if you teach your kid it, because if you as an adult have to step over yourself and say, "Oh wait, I can be. Not only can I be wrong, but I am wrong about not being able to be wrong."
But I think it's also like this, like a kind of the powers that be portray the Democrats as kind of like a unilateral, like a unified consensus for good, where even if
you might see things. Don't believe your eyes. Don't believe what you hear. Don't believe what you see.
Your trusted name and news with your
Exactly.
trusted hosts.
Yeah, it's like you can just see and then like when you
Violent
try to bring
rhetoric
and
from
it's so
Trump
funny because when you
today.
try to bring these points up, like, hey, look at this obvious blatant corruption and media lying and manipulation and gaslighting. Their first reaction is like, source? It's like, what do you mean source? Just look. Look with your eyes. Look at what's happening. Like you're being
you know
lied
what?
to.
Yeah, that's the thing. They always ask for like proof. They're like, "Oh yeah, prove it." But then you ask them to prove it, and they're just like, "But I don't have to. I know I'm right."
Well, no, they try, but usually what they send
Oh,
you
we're
as
talking to two different
evidence.
people then, I guess.
Yeah, well, for me, my experience is that they'll send you articles, but a lot of times those articles will be from the very same people you just proved are lying to you. So it's like you're that's basically like arguing from authority at that point. Like I understand you can pull links that reaffirm your biases, but it's much more easier to just use your own critical thinking skills and put
Yeah, but
two
what if
and two
the
together.
and also what if those links that they're using is just like CNN and all that shit?
I've literally had so many people like quote me like CNN and MSNBC articles as like some kind of evidence of something like
Primary
as a
source. It's like the
counterpoint.
CNN is a secondary source.
And again,
by
everybody has
definition.
selection bias. Everybody has selection bias, but it seems like no one on that side is even aware of their own biases. They
I
just
just don't
think that.
argue with these people anymore.
Well, I mean, I
'cause
kind
that's
of.
the thing. It's
Well, here's
like
the other
somebody
thing.
has to decide what is a good source and what is a bad source, because who's checking these sources to know that they are or aren't lying? We
You know
don't
what the number one new voting block for Kamala Harris, besides illegals and fraudulent votes, is?
I'm very
What's up?
curious.
Old white women.
Oh yeah, that makes
So
sense.
so old people, they're very set in their ways. So you've got these old dyed-in-the-wool Democrats, but they're also old feminists because the main
Nobody wants to fuck them.
well, no. The main push of the feminist movement is now old women, and they still vote.
Which that's
But
such
they,
a shame. Like I don't understand why
because the rhetoric and the narrative is that Trump is banning abortion.
But that's so easy to disprove if you just
Well,
think
yeah.
about it for 2 seconds.
Yes,
Yeah, and the other thing is like
That's
it's
the
not like it's
other
gonna
end of
do
it.
them any good that they get to have their abortions. They're about to fucking die. They're
Well,
not
the thing
bearing
is, there
children.
isn't there. But the thing is, I reject this premise that there is a large swath of women in this country who are just
Well, there
foaming at
is a
the
large
mouth.
swath of women in
No,
this country.
I
Sorry to
refuse
break
to
the news
believe.
to you.
Well, I know, but I refuse to believe there's a large swath of women in this country who are just foaming at the mouth for an abortion, who just need an abortion, who just will fight tooth. Like,
See,
I feel like
you're
this is
misunderstanding the
adrenochrome.
problem. See,
And I'm there at the facility waiting.
You're misunderstanding the problem there, though. The problem isn't that women are foaming at the mouth for an abortion. The problem is that these women have been indoctrinated in the ideology that abortions are a natural human right, and that by taking away abortions, you are taking away a woman's right to autonomy. That's what the messaging is. They're taking away a woman's bodily autonomy. And so you have these old dyed-in-the-wool feminists, nothing too much against feminism here, but they are very set in their ways. They won't hear any outside opinion, and they're constantly being told that Trump is going to take away their bodily autonomy. Well, what are they going to do? Well, they're still kicking. They're going to vote, aren't they? That's what they've been trained to do. That's what they've been told to do. That's what they've done their whole lives.
And that's why I say it's a cult-like mentality, because it's like when your primary animus for making political decision or any decision is fear, is like I don't know if I think you can operate as a good faith actor when you're fearful of something like that. Like if you're going to the ballot box and you think that if you vote for Trump and Trump wins, that he's going to strip away your human right to an abortion, like your fundamental, like the foundations of the argument is wrong.
And this is where we get back to mail-in voting. Why it's a problem is because of that ballot harvesting. Because you have all these people who are like very much would only vote out of fear and do like whatever someone says is the bad thing, vote against it. You just go to their house and say that to them when they would never even get off their ass to go do it themselves. And if you can find it, if you find enough of these people and get them to vote, and then throw away all the ballots with the ones you didn't want, well, there you go. You've just harvested enough ballots to win your precinct.
I would be more okay with this if the messaging from the Democrats wasn't fear mongering. Like, I can understand people interpret things the way they want to interpret them, right? If you want to say like, oh, Trump is gonna, take away my abortion rights. If I turn to the candidate that you're representing and they said nothing like that, they haven't advocated for that at all. Let's feel like, okay, you're just taking it and running with it.
Yeah,
and
but why would they ever advocate, or why would people who are set to lose, who have no winning position, and would generally be hated by most of humanity if we didn't have all this crazy shit going on, do anything but lie and stoke fear?
Right, and that's the thing, is that you can see that they're desperate. They want to win. They try to use, because it's so funny. It's so funny when
They
you,
don't want to win. They have to win.
yeah.
Because
If
if you
they
don't-
lose, it's Jover.
Even if they lose, if they don't make sure they only lose by a hair, their heads are on stakes. This,
Right. It's like, where did the joy go in Kamala's campaign? Because when Kamala first came on the scene, it was like, we're joyful, we're happy, we're moving forward with America, we're not looking to the past, we're going to be the youthful, energetic, optimistic.
And got zero nominations.
Yeah.
In the DNC.
And then the closer we get to election season, it becomes Trump is a literal fascist. He's going to strip away your rights. Day one, he's going to institute a national abortion ban. We're going to misrepresent every quote he makes to make you think that he's calling for the death of Liz Cheney, or like, we're going to keep talking about the fine people on both sides hoax. And it's like, they're using such scummy tactics just to try to cling to power so desperately. And it's like, I don't understand how anybody can look at that. Like, especially because most progressives have a good moral center. Like, they're good people. I just don't understand how they can look at what's happening right now and still, even now, when it's so obvious, still vote for that side and reward that side for its actions.
Dunning-Kruger.
When in doubt, orange man bad.
It's
Yeah, hey, this is like loosely related. So the dirty delete. There was an old Joe Biden tweet, and every time I tell somebody about this tweet, like, I can't direct them to it. So they don't really believe me that it happened. But the tweet goes, I bought a fleshlight and it has a suction setting, but now my dick just feels like it was attacked by an octopus. And he said that, but nobody fucking believes me.
That's not real. There's no way that's real. If that's real,
Octopus.
No, it's just something that my friend sent me.
Octopus.
Like, out of nowhere. He's like, can you pick me up from the airport? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, I just bought a fleshlight.
Jesus Christ.
Out of nowhere.
Right.
It was a better bit on its own, I think.
Anyway, the world's ending tomorrow.
That's
Sorry, guys.
like,
Yeah.
God.
See you next episode.
See you next, I don't know, cycle?
Or is
Maybe in November 20 never,
November 20, never. I know. It, like, people act as if like Trump is going to lose the election and immediately nukes are going to start flying.
I don't think the nukes are going to start flying. I just think it's the end of not civilization. The end of whatever capitalism or whatever our system is really considered, right? Capitalism is gone. We're going to start going downhill, slowly converting to possibly communism, and that's that. We're going to start kissing our rights goodbye.
why
that
do
just
I
seems like
all of a
more
sudden-
fear mongering. Like,
Why do
I
I
can't
all
really
of a
side with that either.
Why do I all of a sudden hear music from Fallout playing?
Don't worry about it.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Cue Megadeth.
Uh,
Kang, you
I
should have
told you
known
that.
that.
Yep,
Told you
Set
that.
the world afire, Megadeth.
Yep. I was like, there's no way you just no, just why?
You knew I did it. I'm just glad you understood it.
I understood the mission and I appreciate it.
That's what's up.
The mission was there and mission accomplished. So,
Great
what the hell
fucking
else
song.
are we talking about now?
Did you hear the Joe Biden tweet?
What about the Joe Biden tweet?
You want to hear it again?
I suppose let's hear this shit show of a tweet from this senile old fuck.
Yeah. Hey, Riley, were you listening?
America's a word that could be
Summed up in one word.
No, I bought a fleshlight and it has a suction setting, but now my dick feels like it was attacked by an octopus.
Oh god. It doesn't get the job right like Jill does it.
I don't think Jill does it. I think that's why he goes for children.
Man, shower with Joe Biden must be the most dangerous thing in the world, eh?
Yeah. Anybody played the shower with Joe Biden simulator?
Yeah, I think my holes were left a little bit soapy.
Well, you're not supposed to play it with like the full bodysuit, for the attachment for the VR. But I mean, I guess you could. I wouldn't.
Did
I
you
think
get on the
it's
stage
better-
Did you
No,
get on the
I-
stage
I-
where you found Hunter Biden's laptop?
I actually haven't gotten that far yet. What I've been doing is I've been trying to turn the water off and escape the shower to see if maybe there's like a something that the fucking creators are hiding. Like there's got to be something in the code. I think there's a fucking somewhere near the bathroom door. If you like clip through it, there's supposed to be like a speed running tactic. I'm trying to perfect it.
Have you tried prop jumping or prop hop or whatever the fuck it's called?
Is that the one where you like bounce off of Joe Biden's dick?
Oh!
Because I know you can. I've heard you can like get a boost off of that. I know I heard about that.
Where's Riley?
He's fucking sick of it, or he might be asleep.
So who the fuck is gonna?
I don't know. Wait, where's everybody else?
I'm here.
Hi there.
Worf, you're here.
Arcane.
Oh there.
Arcane, you here, buddy? Oh Jesus Christ, this is
Yes, like
I'm over.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh,
I have my
man.
headphones on. I was making myself a baked potato listening to you guys.
I was
Oh,
like,
that wasn't that my
what the
mic.
fuck is everyone?
Everybody just leaves.
Like I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
wondering, just like,
Well, great
I
show,
think-
guys. Anyway,
I think Riley's dead. He's just-
well, I guess. So do we start plugging our shit?
I can handle it. Alrighty. Let's see. Well, first off, Arcane. Where can we find you?
Oh shit! Let me pull up my fucking Twitch. Well, you know what? Actually, let's pull up my Twitter.
You
You
plug
can
whatever you
follow
want
me
to
at-
plug.
Thane. That's THAIN_257 on Twitter. I'm not super active on there, but you might be able to see some of my MAGA Chud red pill takes on there. See what you guys think. But
Chud
yeah,
pill?
go ahead and leave me a follow if you want.
All right. Kang.
You can find me at linktr.ed/Grimrealm, where I have all my links. My Twitter that is somehow gaining followers without me posting. My Twitch, which I am still working on trying to get that up and running. My YouTube, which is still lying dormant. But yeah, you can find me there.
Yeah, send some of those followers my way. Worf.
you can find me at True Warficus on X. I have also have opened a Royal Road account, which I should be updating before this episode's out and posting on my Twitter.
Wait, what's Royal Road?
I'm actually going proper with my light novel. It's a light novel.
Oh
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, buddy, I'm happy to hear that for you.
I reworked the first act. Gonna be posting the first chapter of the second act this week.
Do you
Oh,
want a
yeah.
character that sounds like Hotel Mario?
This is a written work. The audio drama we're still working on, but we're waiting till we move before we build the studio booth.
Oh, okay.
I'd
Yeah.
be down to be in on that stuff if you're looking for a voice actor for it.
Sure, just send me your vocal range in like a demo or something.
All right.
And Riley, I believe, is it the RCU, right? Is it
linktr.ee/.
What's that?
linktr.e/Riley Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, something like that. You could find all of his links there to everything, including different shows that he does. And he just recently started up a show with Demigloom where it's basically like Riley Radio Live, I believe. I have not personally listened to it yet, but I'm sure it's quite good. So I'll have to give it a listen probably at work tomorrow, which hopefully the world hasn't ended and I still have a job by the time we record the next episode. So with that, you could find me on X, C Blackbread. That is C Blackbread. Yep. Follow me on Twitter. Please, for the love of fuck. Nobody takes me seriously with the small amount of followers that I have. It's 8 right now. It is 8. It is single digits. I haven't seen a single digit amount of followers since fucking Google Plus back
What,
in
do the bots
day.
not like you?
I guess the bots don't like me. I'm too good for them.
Follow C Blackbread on X so you can see Blackbread.
That is true. Yes, recently I just posted I just I post funny things, right? Things that I normally
gotta
should
come
post
up
on
with that.
fucking.
You need to come up with an actual hashtag for your podcast, so I know what to post for it.
Hashtag
Oh.
bigger black
Like,
bread.
follow me on X.
TBBBC. TBBC.
And you should follow me on X.
TBBBC.
You should follow me on X, Black Bread, so when I post about the podcast, you can repost it, because that boosts analytics and gets people to see it.
Oh shit, really? Oh fuck yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Hell yeah. Okay, also listen to the Bigger Black Breadier cast on my
Dude,
YouTube
it's so
channel.
good. It's so good. Just listen to it. Don't
Yes.
take our word for
It's
it.
so good. Listen to the podcast.
Listen to the podcast. It's a good show.
It's a million
I've
to
never
one.
heard a better podcast than the Bigger Black Breadier cast. I might have been on it. I don't remember. I do a lot of shows.
Do a lot of shows. Oh yeah, I might have an ad for you for the next one.
Is it Adrenochrome? Because that's the one I'm working on.
No, it's an ad for another podcast. But
Is it really?
yeah, but we got a good bit for it. It's
Okay.
too funny.
All right. I'm down. I'll save the Adrenochrome bit then.
No, just do
So-
2 ads. If I have it ready by the next one, just do 2 ads.
Okay, I didn't even know what I'm gonna do for the fucking next one. To be honest, I don't. If you have an idea of like the blank episode, let me know.
All right.
But anyway, that's anyway, the Bigger Black Breadier cast. You can find it on YouTube. That's Breadier. That's BREADIER. All right. So you can also find it on Spotify under the same name, the Bigger Black Breadier cast. So see if we get any followers there. And I think that's about it. Except maybe I got too many things I'm trying to get people to follow. So we'll just fucking close this out. I just want to be able to DM people to get them onto the show. I have a lot of things I want to do with it. So to hear yourself on this show, call our voicemail line 727-487-1137 or email us theissuecrew@gmail.com. Most importantly, you gotta get out there and vote using the link in the
Gotta get out
description.
there.
Oh, there he
Every
is. He's
day.
alive.
Every day.
There he is. There he
Join
is.
us right
Give
as
him
we're
his
doing
jacket.
the outro.
Every day is election day here in the Issue Crew. Who's gonna win?
I think I woke
you never
him up
know.
with that.
Wakey, wakey, sleepyhead.
Well, hey, now that you're back, I think you can.
Now you're back getting the hole.
Yeah, I think you can actually.
Hawk your shit.
Yeah, you can hawk your shit better than I could. 'Cause
No,
I don't
we
remember
already
exactly
did
what
it.
is.
We already did it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly, whatever you guys plugged, I'm sure it was perfect.
Yeah, we did
All right.
it. Good
Yep.
show. Great job,
Always,
everyone.
always happy to plug you, Riley.
Thank you. Just make sure you plug me
Riley,
harder next
lose
time.
some weight first, and we'll talk.
No, more cushion for the pushing.
Oh, true.
I'm Kang, and my issue was packed lunch.
I'm Captain Blackbread, and my issue was the dirty delete.
My issue was
wow.
What just happened?
Wow, Riley cut me off. Anyways, I'm Warficus, and my issue is New Nonsense November.
my issue is the people who complained about mail-in voting.
My issue was culty Democrats. Them goddamn liberals.
I think I know who's gonna
Fucking
win.
liberals. Well,
Thanks for listening.
good night, everybody.
Get out of here. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.